Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom. So before this video starts, I do want to make it state, I want to just say something real quick. This morning when I woke up, apparently my eye hurt, specifically my left one. It hurt really bad, and I actually made a community post about this. So if you saw that, I just had to rest for majority of the day because I just could barely open my eye, and you could say oh, what about you just open your one eye? Well, I tried that, and it still causes stress upon a portion of my eye, and it hurt. Now, luckily, it healed for the most part. However, there's a slight bit of irritation if I look at a lot of bright stuff, which is kind of hard to when you look at a monitor. So if you're wondering, I'm recording this with a pair of not only just sunglasses, but my plumbing DJ glasses on. I'm not joking, I have a pair of DJ rave glasses where you can turn them on, and out of all the videos, I wish I had this one with webcam on so I could show you, but luckily they're turned off, so they're basically just neutral sunglasses. But anyway, with this being said, basically this is going to be an overview video for I was going to say Creme Brulee. No, it's Creme Brule Cookie, who recently got released, and we recently pulled them through a gotcha video, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want. But if we could just go over here to the dashboard, we should be able to just easily tap on you to see where you are. You're just right in front of there, so let's do a nice zoom on you. You look nice, petite, and relaxed. It looks like I know you just have your hand on your cheek, or by cheek I mean your chin, but also it looks like you're just contemplating life. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some random. Can I not? Okay, there we go. For some reason, I just couldn't do it far. We're just going to go ahead and look at a bunch of your quotes, see what type of skills you could do, your backstory, and how you do things. Which, by the way, obviously you saw it if he picked you up. He looks like, how do I say this? He looks concerned, but he still just does not care. And then you plop him down. Look at that perfect landing. Boom, perfectly on his 2 feet, amazing. And also, if you just give him a quick sit down, which we'll do right at the airport over here. I definitely need to do an update on this Pleb Dynasty area. You can just pat him down. Where is it? There we go. Put him down, and there you go. Yeah, that's how he looks sitting. Alright, now we're going to go over, drag him all the way down here, if I plumbing can, she's game, and take a look at some of the stuff that he has to offer. Because, first of all, the person who voice acts him, I really love. Genuinely love the voice that he was given. Because I just think it's so fitting. A perfectly focused pianist.
All my worries melt away when I'm at the piano. Okay,
that's cool, but didn't you say, for your performances in the story of what I discovered so far, you said that one of the main key, things you, like, and that doesn't stress you out is stress itself, because you don't want to seem too relaxed at the piano? Or am I getting that wrong? I feel like I'm getting that wrong, but that's from what I remember.
I can't sleep the night before a big performance.
You're a mess. But you're, somehow a handsome mess. How else can you even say that? Can't sleep the night before a big performance. But, what if you fall asleep at the piano? Look how jolly Avocado walks. What is that walk? I love it.
What do I like other than playing the piano? Mystery novels.
Sounds about right. I mean, you were released, ironically enough, alongside the same cookie being Linder Cookie, so it makes sense why you would enjoy mystery novels. I'm like, I wonder who else would make novels like that.
A piano concerto could work.
A piano concerto? Oh. What the heck is a concerto? Does that just mean concert? I mean, it's concerto, so it sounds like concert.
I can't sleep the night before. Can this wait? The performance is tomorrow.
What performance? Do you mean recording another train? I mean, if you mean that, I guess that kind of makes sense, but come on.
Are you here for my performance?
I mean, technically, you're looking through your notes right now, which, I'm sorry, I completely forgot to say because I was too busy flexing on those flipping glasses. First of all, I'm not going to be reading comments in the video because I want it to be focused around the cookie by itself, but if you still want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on future videos, then feel free to do so. It could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. Doesn't really matter because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. Anyway, you have anything else to say, bud?
Can I go practice now?
Sheesh, you are not a people person, that is for sure. Conversation later, worry on piano first.
I'm warming up before I play.
I don't think that's a warm-up. That's kind of just more of I don't know. I don't want to say being a prick, because that's it's kind of rude for me to say. But you are, you gotta take some time to relax, man.
What do I like other than playing the piano?
We already know.
I used to play in juice bars. A different one every night.
A different one every... That's a lot of traveling right there. I mean, I guess he stopped playing in juice bars because, you know, probably became a more upper class person to play in more places that would get you more money. I mean, come on, look, that is the outfit of someone who gets paid more than 5 bands.
I'm warming up before I play.
Of course you are.
Can this wait? I can't sleep the night. Can this wait? The performance
is that it?
tomorrow. A piano concerto. I used to play in... Are you here for my This key needs tuning.
Wait, can you retune a piano? No, wait, no, because you can tune a piano. Okay, I got you. All right, I should probably get onto your other quotes because you have another set of quotes inside of your main HUD information screen. Like, instead of here, we can just go over here.
I used to play in juice bars.
Press the I button and then
check
this out.
Every night. A pre-performance ritual. I have one, but it's a secret.
Well, so are you not going to share it? Well, I guess it is a secret, obviously, but, like, come on. I'm curious. Does it have anything to do with playing the piano that's literally summoned in front of you right now, which also happens to summon some music notes? Like, what is that?
A pre-performance ritual.
I get it.
Performing in front of a full house is daunting, yet thrilling.
But you know what? That's what makes it so exciting. Because you get everyone's pure live reaction out of it. And sometimes after, especially if you have a successful performance and you don't do a single goof up, and you still manage to pull it out, it's amazing.
A crispy outer layer of technique with a delicate, creamy filling of emotion.
Are you just describing a song? Or just piano playing? Like, crispy outer layer of technique, delicate, creamy filling of emotion. Crispy outer layer probably representing piano, creamy filling probably representing the song. It's just playing the piano. I sometimes just slam keys together and see what works.
It'll be nothing like you've heard before.
Well, I mean, yeah, that does make sense, but now that I think about it, do you write your own songs? Because if that's the case, it's actually real impressive that all of your songs are original.
Performing in front of a full house is daunting.
Got it.
There are thousands of great performances, but rarely ones you can call your own.
Thousands of great performances, rarely ones you can call your own, so are you... I don't know how to take that one, like, rarely ones you can call your own. So, there's a lot of great performances, but, like, if you're playing them, like, they're from the original shareholders, and, like, you didn't make them, so I guess... That's hard to take in. I may be being... I could be being an idiot about this, but it's just from what I'm understanding.
Performing in front of a full house. There are thousands. Technique comes first, expression comes later.
Oh my gosh, that is so you. You have no expression. You are so null, but you are filled to the brim with, like, technique. Like, I can understand the passion is there, but you just don't show it, unless if it's in music form.
A crispy outer... There are thousands.
An
inexperienced pianist who's all show? Amateur critics.
Oh my... Wait, an inexperienced pianist who's all show. I don't think you're all show, unless if you actually do a performance and you suck at it. Because if that's the case, then critics would have to agree. But, if you actually walk the walk and also talk the talk, well, I gotta be honest, then you deserve all the brownie points. Alright, I think we've done enough quotes. Let's go ahead and read up on the story, then I'll read a common question of the day, which should be pretty obvious. So, according to your story, get ready to welcome the star of the night, Creme Brule Cookie. Famous for his unique reinterpretations of timeless pieces and masterful technique, having crossed the firmament of academic music like a bright comet, this talented pianist is known for getting extremely sensitive before a performance and leaving the stage as soon as the final note fades away. Such traits have brought forth rumors of Creme Brule Cookie's arrogant nature, and yet he doesn't seem to pay them any thought, for all he cares about is music. A notorious perfectionist, Creme Brule Cookie keeping practice feverishly until his inner critic is satisfied. Tonight the excited audience showers as the maestro with generous applause as he appears on stage and sits in front of the grand piano. He lays his hands on the keyboard, and after a brief moment of tense, sincere silence, all worldly notions surrounding Creme Brule Cookie vanish, and the mesmerizing sounds of his music resonate through the hall and beyond, touching the very souls of the listeners. So, they make music so good, everyone feels it immediately in their soul, but they are kind of arrogant in their skill, which then again, when haven't we seen a Cookie do that before? Like, oh, I'm a master at everything, I know what I'm doing, but I'm kind of insecure. Basically, that's how it goes when you have a Cookie that has such high skill set. So, let's go ahead and read a quick common question of the day, which let's just make it easy. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before in a community post, but let me get your inner thoughts and comments on it. What is your general opinion on Creme Brule Cookie? Like, from design, and make sure you have to just put multiple factors into this, not just design, but from design, from story, from usage in battle, to voice acting, to whatever you want to talk about. Tell me what your opinion is on them, because I feel like Creme Brulee Cookie, the moment I released, got a lot of flack just from their design, and I didn't understand, because I keep saying this before, but I will say it again. Like, did you expect the pianist to be, like, really buff, or really small, or, like, really wide? No, this is kind of like the perfect shape I would see, like, some pianist as. You know, a proper suit on, and also that arrogant attitude actually makes him a little bit more mesmerizing. Like, it makes it so that he seems a lot more like a focused cookie. Like, not really, like, I know arrogant, you know, doesn't seem to care about others and only care about their own performance, but the proof is in the pudding, as I mentioned. You know, they're so good with piano that it touches the souls of everyone else. So they just want to make sure that they're a master class at it and do good at everything. So, genuinely, I do think Creme Brulee Cookie is a good cookie, but you can feel free to tell me down in the comment section below. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and read up on what your skill does, which is called Accelerando? I think does that mean go fast? Creme Brulee Cookie's passionate, captivating performance deals light type damage to enemies and enhances his regular attacks with the Accelerando buff. Creme Brulee Cookie's regular attacks target the enemy with the highest attack, and when enhanced, apply the mysterious melody buff nearby cookies. The pianist will also create Creme Brulee pieces depending on the number of Accelerando stacks. Creme Brulee pieces will deal damage to enemies in order of highest attack, deal additional damage to targets vulnerable to elemental damage, and partially ignore enemies. Damage resist at maximum Damage resist at maximum Accelerando attacks. Creme Brulee Cookie will lose 2 times Accelerando stacks if the skill effects end with maximum number of skill stacks. While Creme Brulee Cookie is using the skill, he will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects. That is so blooming much taken. Okay, so you do light type damage. Trying to break this down bit by bit. Passionate, captivating performance. Okay, deals light type damage. Enhances the irregular attacks with the Accelerando buff, and targets the highest enemy with the highest attack. Or I'm sorry, attacks the enemy with the highest attack. And when enhanced, applies a mysterious melody buff, which apparently it creates creme brulee pizzas. It's so confusing. Like, also targets the highest attack, deals additional damage, and targets vulnerable elemental damage, partially ignoring enemies damage resistant at maximum Accelerando stacks, but also they will lose 2 Accelerando stacks if the skill effect ends with the maximum number of stacks. So it's like powerful, yet if it reaches that maximum, that might be pretty bad because it just instantly makes him weak. I don't know.
Crispy outer layer of technique with a delicate,
yes, I got
creamy
you.
filling
So
of emotion.
we should probably go ahead and give you a few levels because I want to see some of your quotes for when I level you up anyway. Here you go. Go ahead and eat.
Everything was perfect.
The food? Or I'm pretty sure you mean the food, because if that's the case, then at least you sound somewhat giddy about it.
Listen to how I interpreted this piece.
Oh yeah, that's what I remember. You're reinterpreting the pieces. So like you're basically taking ones that already existed, but adding your own pizzazz to it. Kind of magical.
Every performance is like a little life.
It's like a little life. So it's there for a little bit, and then it's instantly gone. Kind of sad when you think about it. Here you go.
Listen to how I interpreted this piece.
I'm already listening. My ears are wide open.
I want to play better. Give the performance of a lifetime.
I don't know how you're ever going to prove that to yourself if you always divine on yourself trying to be a perfectionist. I mean, it seems like every single performance that you're going to give yourself is always perfect anyway.
Everything was perfect.
Alright, let's give you one more.
I know I can play better.
Well, with that attitude, of course you can. I'm going to go ahead and get you up to level 30, because I think that's a decent level to have you at just to test you out in battle.
I want to give this piece another try.
Well, there it is. You want to say you want to give it the greatest performance, but you want to give it another try, and whatever. And I'm going to boost this up to level 30, because I have enough of these things. Slam that on you. Should be a good enough buff. 30,000 power. That's actually not too bad. Nearing 31,000. Oh, we're kind of zoomed out over there. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into one of the areas of the world exploration, which I have a feeling I know I'm going to do. This is too high of a level. Sheesh. I know it only is World 7, but come on, in dark mode. What I want to do is go back into World 1, and I'm going to go ahead and test you out in 1.6. Because this is kind of the usual level where I can just do some simple attacks and also see your little animations for sliding and jumping and just smaller stuff. I know it's kind of insignificant, but hey, I like showing this stuff off. So where can I find you? You are an epic. I probably passed by you already. I'm a fool for doing so. But something's wrong with me. 30. There you are.
It's the first note that decides everything.
The first note that's... You know, sad thing is you're kind of right. Like, if you mess up the very first note on a song... It's probably all going to go downhill from there. You also have some other quotes that you say when you get slammed down into battlefield.
I'll pour my heart and soul into this performance.
That I love the threatening nature of that. Of course it makes sense because you're throwing them onto a battlefield, but still, it's so mystifying.
I rehearsed meticulously for this moment.
I hope you did, because we're about to face some enemies up here.
It's the first note that decides everything.
Is it only 3 or 4?
It's the first note that
Wait.
decides everything.
Let me test.
It's the first note
Okay,
that decides. I'll pour my heart and it's the first note.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll pour
All right,
my
Plummet, we're just
heart
gonna
and
go.
soul
We've
into
seen,
this
we've heard the same
performance.
quote over and over and over again. Let's just go ahead and do it. I gotta remember what are my keybinds for the platforming, because I know I'm gonna get those wrong at some point. Okay, so running through normally with the piano, by the way. It's actually kind of unique. Oh yeah, it's aiming for the highest attacks. Okay, I actually like that. Okay, so it summons those, and then now we're gonna activate the skill right here. Here it comes.
Persistimo!
Just gets rid of all the enemies. Why not? And also applies a buff to you. That's pretty nice. Okay, gotta remember my stuff. That is so quiet. It's just and then it's a shh.
Persistimo!
Maybe that's the point. Maybe they want you to be quiet for the performance. All right, here we go. Okay, it's just like it's like a whoosh. It's kind of like after the first skill usage, it's kind of like acts as some sort of a wave effect. Blast all the enemies.
I can hear the crowd cheering.
That's not the crowd. That's the enemies screaming from you, blasting them off into the air. Like, I'm sorry to like burst your bubble, but be sure to not use your attacks in the middle of an actual performance, because that would destroy everything. To me, I feel like Creme Brule Cookie actually does have some good usage, especially if they're aiming to like try and aim for not only with their skill activating hitting multiple enemies, but also just aiming for the primary highest attacker, because I think that can get some of the bigger threats out of the way. I'm just hoping that they're not too much of a glass cannon, so I feel like either honestly, maybe cooldown will be very effective just so you can keep stacking the buffs. Like, I feel like that's just my opinion, but also getting high damage would also be pretty good. But then again, you could probably run a tanky set as well with the solid almond toppings. But I feel like the reduced cooldown or the high attack would be beneficial, especially if you're trying to just go against the highest attacking cookies. I don't know. Seems pretty interesting. Maybe I'll do a little bit more research into it. I don't know. Probably not, because I'm a forgetful plublord. But if you did enjoy this video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Cookie Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, why not subscribe and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. Also, down in the description, you will see links to all my social media, including a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Cookie Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free, a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, and a link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.